Now, those are just a few ways Fayetteville City Schools will try to stay safe this fall, keep everyone safe. Joining us now live via Zoom this morning is Fayetteville City School Superintendent Bill Hopkins. Superintendent Hopkins, good morning to you. So good to see you again.
Good morning to both of you.
Your plan is not just about prevention. It's also about action, and not so much if, but when there are positive cases in your schools, correct?
That's correct. I think that we all know that there will be some positive cases, and we need to be prepared for as many scenarios as that we can possibly think of, because we know it is going to happen.
Superintendent Hopkins, you're just requiring masks on school buses, and with a virus this infectious, and health officials saying masks are cutting down on the spread, why not make them mandatory elsewhere?
Well, first of all, it's a difference between kindergarten students and high school students. Obviously, their level of comfort and what they're able to do is very wide range. We want to encourage that. We do feel like that a lot of our students will use masks. We are going to provide face shields for all of our teachers. We are also going to provide face shields for our elementary students, because we believe when you're teaching reading, when you do phonemic awareness, those type things, you need to make sure that they can see their face and they can see their lips clearly. But we are going to encourage masks. But at this time, until our state mandates that, we are going to make that a choice.
All right. For parents who maybe don't want to send their children to school yet, they're feeling a little apprehensive about it, you guys are offering a virtual academy, but once they sign up for the virtual academy, they're stuck there in that learning environment for at least 9 weeks, correct?
That's correct. We're going to ask them to stay there in that environment for 9 weeks. That makes sure that we're having a clear direction, in which with their learning. Obviously, them going back and forth is not what's best for the student, and we want to make sure that if that is the choice, which we think is an excellent choice, and we support that choice for the parents, that they stay in there so we can go ahead and make sure that their lessons are appropriate and that we give them a true standard-based education, which is what I think all parents want.
As you know, Superintendent Hopkins, we've been talking to you and other superintendents all across North Alabama, to include now in Tennessee. And so, again, congratulations on your new position there. But you have to be ready for the unexpected. So I noticed on your website, we'll post it on ours, you have a color-coded plan defining the risk levels and actions accordingly. And that also includes totally shutting down the schools, right?
That's absolutely correct. We wanted to have a plan that really where we were ready for most anything, and we're watching the active cases here in Lincoln County, and I think that's the key, is that sometimes people get confused based on cases and active cases, and we're actually looking at the active cases.
And Superintendent Hopkins, we understand you're working on modified school plans based on active cases, so really any current plans, as we've known with just how things change quickly with the pandemic, any current plans are subject to change as we move forward to school starting and once school gets into place.
Absolutely. We just want to be very flexible and be able to, change with whatever the new directives are.
What's the biggest difference you've noticed between Tennessee and Alabama?
Well, I will say probably the biggest difference I've noticed right now is coming from North Alabama, where there is a mask ordinance, to here in Tennessee, there's not one. So I do not see all the some of the precautions as far as wearing masks on a daily basis and those things here that I've not seen, that I did see in Alabama. And of course, there's also some athletic components that I see that are different based on the different athletic associations.
All right, Fayetteville City School Superintendent Bill Hopkins, always a pleasure to have you join us and provide us with your insight. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
It's a pleasure to be with y'all. Thank y'all very much.
Absolutely. Thanks for being back. 6:39 right now. We were on a